guys, it's Jen here from Just Jen Cosplay, and this week I'm talking to you about my Lady Sylvanas alterations. Boobies. The boobies are not one of the alterations, although I have done a little bit of repair on the back there. You can see that's all stuck on now. So hopefully I'll have no boobie malfunctions at MCM. So first of all I'm going to talk to you about the gloves, which if you've haven't seen them yet, this is what they look like. She says if she can get them on. La, 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 la. They had these all the way around them, and I found it very difficult to hold on to anything because they're round, obviously. So like picking something up or holding it was very, very clumsy, and particularly holding onto my bow, which obviously I was walking around with all day, was hard. I purposely had this finger that wasn't stuck on, so I had it separated, and a couple of times during the day they came off because it just sits on, and I had random strangers have to hand them back to me, or yeah, people I knew go, and I'd be like, oh, sorry, could you just pass it to me? Because it was with the dangly bits on the bottom, I can bend over fine because these move, but it did mean that I just had to be careful every time that I had to reposition them back down again. That was just something to be aware of. Anyway, so I thought I would work on these and just make them a little bit easier, or to see if I can make them easier to grab with. So here's my little video, and I apologise because my hair was wet when I was videoing it, so it's all straggly, but welcome to me. So I'm just going to try and make some finger cups to replace the ones that are on my current gloves. I just want them to be like a little triangle, whereas at the moment they go all the way around the finger. Just want to see if I can make it so that it's just sort of this top bit, so that I can still grab things. So I'm literally just gonna draw it out. And hope for the best. She says, if I can find my scissors. So there we go. Two bits that are more or less identical. With Warbler we always keep the little bits. You can't really see it, but I'm just going to heat them up. So they should be a bit sticky. Put them together. just form it around the finger. Then of course, so I'm hoping that what I'll then be able to do is, once it's painted and primed and everything, just have it stuck on like that, something like that. It should make my life a whole lot easier for holding things. Here are all my little finger bits that I've shaped and done 2 layers of gesso on the top, 1 on the bottom, so I just need to keep building them up and then I'll paint them all silver. So I've now painted my little claws silver on both sides. I did the underside because there will be a little bit showing on the bottom. Once I stuck it on, you'll actually see a little bit of it, so I made sure they were silver underneath. So just so you can see, that's what they were like all the way around. And that's what they are now like. So it's just a case of attaching these. I used hot glue with this. Warning to people, I have asbestos fingers, if you know what that means. I can touch really hot stuff and it doesn't bother me, including hot glue. If you can't do that, do be really, really careful with attaching these with hot glue, because you know, you're going to put hot glue and then you're going to go onto your finger. So just be careful. Be careful. But yeah, hopefully that will make my job a whole lot easier during the Comic-Con. But you know, you can put it to the test, and I will let you know. I'll give you a little review afterwards, because we're only sort of 3 weeks away. And the other thing that I was looking at to change were my boot covers. So this is what I made the last time. They are basically just booty shaped. These were moulded specifically to the shoes that I was wearing, which were just these comfy things, because I decided if I was going to walk around in a full armour build all day, I was going to wear comfy shoes. So yeah, they literally just sit over and the elastic goes over the bottom like that. That was it. These were one of the biggest problems I had though. They would ride up from the bottom of the shoe, like there, just like it's doing right now. The actual staying on, this was not difficult at all. So this sort of three-pronged worked quite well, but you can see how filthy they are. But this part of the leg just continually fell down. So in Bournemouth, I had them all attached with safety pins around the top. I safety pinned them onto my trousers. Not ideal. It made it difficult to get in and out of. Had to really think about what was coming off when. I wouldn't generally recommend using safety pins as your way of keeping things on. Anyway, so I started on a new type of thing, which luckily for me, Kamui Cosplay put out an EVA armour tutorial like literally 2 weeks ago, and that pretty much had the perfect thing for what I'm doing. So I will link to that down in the description for you, so you guys can see a pro doing it, and I'll show you how far I've got with mine. Here are the boot covers, which I have sewn together. So they sit on the boot like that. Then on the bottom I'm going to be sticking some soles that you can get, just like stick-on soles that you can get for the bottom of shoes. So I've just got to sew up the little bits, and I've now put these together so that they're ready just to all be sewn up, and then it will just be a case of putting some Velcro on the back to attach them together. So here, just wanted to show you the boot that I'm wearing, and the little boot cover just slides on like that, goes underneath, and then this bit is going to get a little bit of Velcro on it, and Velcro on the other side. We'll just clip together like that. And cover over. Ta-da! Just like that. That's it. Lovely jubbly. Once I've made my shoe, I've then covered the boot again in cling film and tape, drawn on the pattern and cut it out, which I'll then transfer over onto the EVA foam. I'm just going to use the 2mm stuff for this. There we go. There we go, all drawn out, and now it's time to cut it. Here we go, I cut out my 3 pieces of foam for each shoe, and that will look something like that. Once done there, so now I'm just going to heat them up, and then I'll form them over the end of the shoes. Here I am, painting my EVA foam with some PVA glue, good old PVA, just to seal it. I have got some spray primer, but I've decided, because everything else I made for Lady Sylvanas was done in this way, that I would keep doing it the same way. And whilst I'm waiting for them to dry, I'm just going to play a bit of Borderlands. Woo woo! Doing quite well. I'm really pleased with the alterations I've made so far. Just wanted to show you guys these little things, which are the soles that will go on the bottom. They're just self-stick on. I ordered them off of Amazon. I don't know what store it was, but they were £5, something like £5.26, and they were Prime, so I got them next day. And it was £5 for 5 pairs. So I'll have some, if I want to do it again, I can. I also bought some glue to stick them on, but again, that'll be all in Kamiri's tutorial, and hers are amazing. Totally follow her and buy her books and everything, because she's awesome. What else have I got left to do? So I'm making the making of a book, so I will hopefully show you all of that soon when it's finished. Obviously, within the next 3 weeks. What else? I was thinking of doing a little tour since I've just tidied. So here is my crafting table. At the moment it is full of fingernails and glue and braces. This is my sofa where you guys see me sit. Ta-da! I've got some bits up on the wall. That's something that I painted a few years back. This is my glue station. So it's my hot glue gun. You can see all these bits of glue. And a little bit of plastic stuff that I just mix paints on sometimes. It's also my heat gun and my work tool thing. This is the tripod that I normally use to put my camera on. My windowsill has got my lovely wigs on it. Wiggy, wiggy, wiggy. This is just lots of boxes of stuff, so there's fabric in them. Oh yeah, in this gap is EVA foam and warbler. Yeah, so crafting stuff, general paints, there's wood filler, there's apparently a minion box thing, and there's some bits of in progress work there, and my sewing machine. There is some gym gear surrounded by even more EVA foam. Hit the mirror, hi! Just so that I can check myself out. I say check myself out. Yeah, look at me. Oh yeah. The point is that whilst I'm in the costume, I can have a look at me from different angles. So that's really helpful. And that is it. That is my Hoover. And that's where I do most of my stuff. And you can see my bow balanced down underneath there. Because I would like to put some meshing up on this wall so that I can attach bits to that wall as and when I make them. There we go. Hope you enjoyed that. Next week I am getting my doggy. Yay! We are adopting a dog, so adopt, don't shop, and looking forward to that. Hopefully if everything goes smoothly. So next week's video might be a little bit late, so I apologise in advance if that is the case. Bless me, sorry. Yeah, so just a few tiny bits left, which was to fix the quiver, and if I can be bothered to actually have time, do a little bit more detailing on the bracer, but that is not the end of the world if I don't get it done. The other thing, the making of book is much more important. Yeah, wish me luck with a doggy. So hopefully next week, it might be a bit late, but hopefully I'll be able to show you my woof woof. Yay! I'm so excited. There. Anyway, have an amazing week, guys. And as always, if you've got any questions or queries, or just you want to say I'm awesome, or that my hair is really, really fluffy, you can if you want to say that, that's fine. And I'll talk to you guys next week. Bye!